Alright. Hello. Hello, everybody. How's it going? I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Hi. Hey, Chungy, Auntie, Serb. Hi, guys. As you can see, my lovely desktop here. The next game we are playing won't let me game capture it, so I have to desktop capture. Hi! Thank you. It's not just to clear things up, it's not technically my birthday. My birthday is next Saturday. However, I might not get the chance to stream for that, so this is my official birthday stream. Hey, Wick, better show up. Yeah, that's fucking right. And I'm glad you did. So, it should started. So this is called The Letter. I don't know anything about it. All I know is that it's a text-based game. And it's supposed to be super fucking scary. So we're gonna play it. Now, keep in mind this is gonna be a shorter stream, too. As my dad is in town, so I want to spend some time with him. So we'll probably play for like a couple hours. Thank you, sir. Yours is Monday? Get out. The eclipse day. That's good luck, I think. Right? Or an omen? Bad or good omen? Hey Steve, did I finish Hellblade? No. I haven't played any more Hellblade since you saw my last stream. However, I was not in the mood to play something incredibly difficult combat-wise when my computer shits itself every couple minutes. And I looked it up, and apparently AMD users like myself have also been having problems with it, doing the exact same thing that it was doing for me. So like the lag and the stuttering and everything like that. And it happened at the same time, so after a certain point in the game it just gets more prominent. Apparently it's going to continue that way throughout the rest of the game. So I'm crossing my fingers that the devs are going to do something about it. I'm really hoping that they're going to release a patch or something. I'll still finish it. It's just I wasn't in the mood for it today. So that's why I'm not playing it. I'm sorry if you were looking forward to watching it. I did not have the energy. This might be about editing college level. What? Also, hey Mega! A guy who shops at my store who's really big into astrology said people need to bow down to me. Wow! Well, you heard that. Everyone needs to bow down to Serb. Get on it, guys. Alright, so we're gonna start a new game here. Okay, that was a different jump scare. I launched this earlier, and it gave me like the biggest fucking jump scare ever. I like spit my drink everywhere. But it was different than that. It was just like a loud scream, and it scared the fuck out of me. Anyways, everything looks good to go, so let's get this started. I thought that said Ermengarde for a second. The Ermengarde Mansion. It was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Ermengarde of Luxbourne, humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people. Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend a helping hand to anyone in need. Under their influence and wealth, what was once a small, sleepy village grew to a prosperous and bustling town. However, the seasons of joy eventually ended when the good nobles perished at the hands of a great plague. Their riches and legacy were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. Ellipses. The mansion has stood since the 1620s. Cool. I mean, it doesn't really look 17th century, though. Just saying. A witness to a very long history of joy and pain. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, the great house was eventually left uninhabited. And that's when it began. Aw, thanks, Mega. You posted a song in my Discord? Okay, I'll check it out later. I'm apparently godlike, and I can kind of see that. Yeah, let's... Don't let your head get too big now, sir. Oh, hey, Trixar! Thank you! Thank you. Surrounding villagers spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things, of cries and howls that filled the nights, and here's of a mysterious woman roaming the hollowed halls aimlessly. People who dared enter its walls were simply never heard from again. Even after 400 years, these stories remain, much like the house itself. Whispers about the once great house, its legend, and its curse still fall upon the villagers' ears. In spite of this, the current owners are convinced that these stories are nothing more than a hoax. With little regard for the truth, they had Briar Reality Corporation place the property back on sale. Like Pandora's box, the secrets that lie inside await to be discovered by brave souls. No matter what happens, take care not to be consumed by the curse. Oh hey, Cookin'! Okay, Cookin', so, jump scares is, if you can notice above me, says bit donator sub, and that gives a jump scare alert, basically. Like that.
Happy almost another full of a day.
Just like that. Thanks, Auntie. Good luck. Yeah, I probably should have made, like a little message thing. Oh! Can I just hang up?
Isabella, are you there? Where
There's
are
voice
you?
acting, thank God. I don't want to read everything. A familiar, jittery voice comes from the other end.
Hey, Rose! I'm at St. Goretti High. What's the matter?
Goretti? Who picks these words? It's just horrible. Horrible!
What do you mean, what's the matter? It's the mansion, silly. I'm here and you're late.
Oh, shit.
Jeez, we're on shift together. You promised.
We're in trouble.
Oh my God, please don't tell me you forgot. You were planning on leaving me to check this place out on my own, weren't you? You chickened out.
No.
Calm down. You know I take my promises seriously.
Apparently not, because you're late.
I'd like to believe that. So hurry up and get here.
It has gore in it.
This place is huge. A bit too quiet since no one's lived here since, like, forever, but beautiful
Why are you so surprised? This isn't the first time you've been there.
It bugs me that it's a 17th century manor and it's not designed like it was built in the 17th century. It looks more Edwardian. Ugh.
I know. I just wish I could live in a place that it really takes my breath away.
I'm an architect snob.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Not after the rumors that say it's haunted.
Jeez, never mind those rumors. Ghosts aren't real after all.
So
And
they
even if they are,
say.
which they are not, they can't do anything. They're nothing but spirits.
You don't know that.
I don't know
They might be
poltergeist.
listening or watching right now, and they might not be happy with you enough to curse you.
Oh my God, look at her. Oh my. Oh shit. Should I move my cam so you can hear? I have to reorganize. Wonder if I can. Let me see what I can do quick, because I want you guys to see. Oh! I want you guys to see the. Oh no. Grab that, grab that. Okay, you guys are gonna see some really sloppy adjustments here. But you know what? with it. Can you hear my cat meowing in the background? I didn't know that the portraits were gonna be exactly there. So I didn't. But you know what? Fine. That should be fine, right? Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay.
No offense, sweetie, but that's a bit of a stretch.
Don't let Maddie fool me. She's a fill in the blank snob. It's true. I am. Oh, thank you, Auntie. I'm scared they urine out of Maddie faster than light. Oh, thanks, Auntie.
Believe it or not, it's better to be careful.
Right. You know, not every property we sell will end up with a dead body stuffed in a sofa.
And I think that mansion is where we'll likely find another one. I can feel it.
She can feel it in her
That
bones.
was one time, Isabella. Loosen up. Wait, just get here ASAP, please. I'm getting bored being here on my own.
Fine, fine. Let me just finish up here. I'll be right there soon.
So is Isabel, I think Isabel is us, like the main character? She's cute.
Okay, see you. Bye.
I like the artwork. It's, I thought it was Japanese, but I guess it's not. Thank you, Wick. Thank you.
Who was that?
Oh, she's brownie. Reminds me of me. Look up from my phone to see Rebecca. Becca, giving me a questioning
Oh,
look.
that? It's just Rose.
Just Rose.
Rose? The one you said who trained you for your job back when you started?
Oh, wow, her. That's awesome.
You're working together again?
I didn't think that the sprites actually had movement when they talked. That's awesome.
Just for
That's
this
a
property,
really nice touch.
we've been scoping out that big mansion down Anslim Village after the renovations.
Anslim. Where are these names coming from?
Today's sort of its grand opening to the public. The RC wants to give it one last check before we let potential buyers tour it this afternoon.
Oh, wait, mansion? That big spooky one you've been telling everyone about?
That's right.
Didn't you keep saying how it just gave you the creeps? You actually went there? And you're going back?
Yeah, why not?
Well, I did promise Rose I wouldn't ditch her. And besides, a job is a job. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
Amen, sister. As soon as I say those words, or as soon as those words leave my mouth, Becca lets out a soft chuckle.
What's so funny?
Nothing. It's just that I didn't expect you to say that. Coming from you, it sounds so out of character. I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking out about the place being creepy ever since you got assigned to it. Cursed rumors and all. I honestly thought you'd back out.
No, wait.
Not all the time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it. Plus, listen to this. Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus.
Ooh.
They never give bonuses like that. Getting that would make life so much easier. They're desperate, I'm desperate, it's perfect.
So they in school? Like high school? I wasn't paying attention. Are they in high school? No. Sympathetic look crosses her face.
You know, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me. Or Ashton. We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever.
Well, thank you. That's a good friend. I have to keep myself from groaning out loud. In the years I've known her, I can already tell what to expect when she has that expression.
Becca! I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks.
Everyone's had to do that. She crosses her arms and grimaces at the thought. Her voice slightly rises as she begins to scold me. Instantly, I'm reminded why Becca excels at teaching boisterous teenagers. There must be a university or something, right?
Stop eating junk! They're cheap, but they're not good for you. You'll definitely end up in the hospital if you keep at it.
Well, I eat other things too. You're not my mom. I am too.
Hey! I eat other things too.
Whoa, relationship statuses. What? I didn't know they did that in this game. That's awesome. Actually, I'm curious to see what these buttons do. Auto, skip, backlog, save, load, journal, relationship, branching tree. Let's check out. What? Okay, I did not expect this to be part of this game. I thought it was just like what is this called? Something novel. You know the Japanese games that what are they called? Something novel. My brain's not working today. So that's us, right? Isabella. Oh, I can't look at anyone else. Oh, we can play all these characters? I'm assuming so, because those are all the people that I have relationships with, right? Hannah, Zachary, Marianne, Becca. Oh, it went up. Ashton and Luke. Ooh, cool. So we can actually play all these people? Visual novel, thank you. Ah, that's what I was saying. Not your everyday. Yeah, like I did not expect that. I like that. And the moving sprites too, I think is a really nice touch. I wasn't expecting that either. I fold my arms across my chest, mimicking her posture and giving her the best frown I can muster, the same one I'd used with my younger siblings when they were being difficult. Instead, she only raises an eyebrow at me.
That's not going to work on me. And I saw it when you were cleaning your flat last week. The instant noodle cups outnumber everything else.
You're just exaggerating. Did you even see what's in my cupboard yet? I'm not just living on instant noodles alone. I've got canned beans, peas, tuna, ham, and even hamburgers in there.
There we go. Becca's wrinkling her nose by the time I get to the end of the small list. She even went a little green on the last one. I would have laughed a little at that if I didn't know it would only lead to more reprimands from
Aren't
her.
those the same ones you won from the grocer's raffle more than a year ago?
No.
Oh, I sincerely hope you're checking the date stamps on those things before eating them. I don't want a repeat of last year.
Uh-oh.
In any case,
What was
those
last
are
year?
still not exactly healthier choices, Belle.
She shakes her head, possibly laughing at some funny distant memory. When she looks up, I immediately brace myself. More words from her. Sometimes it's just better to let Becca talk until she's out of things to say. But when she turns her attention back to me, there's only warmth in her smile.
What am I going to do with you?
She sounds like a good friend, actually. She says this more to herself than me, her voice shifting to something kinder, even motherly. I'm looking for the exact word.
I hope you know that it's impossible not to worry about you when you're like this. You don't have to keep eating the same thing. I already told you before. You're always free to reheat food in my fridge.
Thanks, Becca. I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me.
Aww.
You've been taking care of me since after I moved here. You have to take a break sometime. And before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of borrowing money. And I'm not going to ask you to give me what you earned hard for yourself.
You and your pride. But suit yourself. The offer stays on the table, though.
I don't like borrowing money from people either. I think most people are like that. I nod in response, if only to get her to drop the topic. But I'm pretty certain I will never take that offer. Ever. Has nothing to do with pride. I've simply seen plenty of times how friendships can take a turn for the worse just because of a few unpaid debts. I don't want something like that to happen between me and Becca. We may argue about a lot of small, petty things, but she already feels like a real sister to me. I don't want to lose that friendship over something so trivial. Becca's movements, when she takes a quick glance at something behind me, snaps me out of my thoughts.
Well, enough chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute. We can catch up later.
She's the one that kills everyone? I bet that $10 I just sent you. Really? Thought it was about ghosties, though. Not about someone going crazy and killing people. Or maybe. I know nothing about this.
Good luck with your clients. You better treat us to lunch or something if you get that sale.
You bet!
You betcha! With a small smile, she returns to her desk and begins sifting through pages of a rather thick history book. She is me! Probably working on next week's lesson plan. Or trying, at least. Her eyes are distant, she doesn't seem too attentive to whatever is on the page. As if she heard my thoughts, Becca starts coughing heavily. Her hand hastily goes to her mouth to stifle the sounds. Ah, this is precisely why I followed her here. For someone who makes a habit out of worrying about other people, Becca sure forgets how to take care of herself.
Hey, you sure you can manage on your own? I mean, you're still a bit feverish.
Hush, dear. Don't you worry about me. I'll just drink some medicine and I'll be right as rain.
Drink some medicine. I'll drink some medicine. I level her with a flat look. She's had a cold for a couple days now. Strange weather, not agreeing with her. And despite my advice to take the week off and rest, I found her apartment empty when I dropped by this morning. When left the medicine her doctor prescribed. Look who's being stubborn
now. You shouldn't even
now.
be working right now.
Seriously, you big baby. I'll be fine. For now, just go to work and stop making that Rose girl wait for you. I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better.
I was just gonna say, you know, they're like best friends. Shouldn't she know who Rose is? That Rose girl. What are you doing? Why are you on my keyboard? Honey, there's no room for you there. Okay, reassuring smile, and I can only sigh. Why do I even bother? There's no stopping her once she's decided on something. Defeated, I reach inside my bag to pull out the same bottle of medicine she left earlier. She looks at it wearily while I place it in front of her. Unfortunately for her, it's the one thing I'm not letting her have her way.
All right, but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink this on time. I'll see you later, okay?
There's an amused gleam in her eyes when she shifts them back to me.
Look who's playing the mother hen now.
Rebecca!
Okay. I won't tease anymore.
This is way too long. I was just gonna say I want to get to the spooks. BP! Thank you! How's it going, man? Wasn't it just your birthday too, not too long ago? Happy birthday to you as well, if I'm correct. I'm pretty sure it was, isn't it? Before I can retort, she casts another look at the clock. I take that as a sign to finally end the conversation, and my shirt fit. Just yesterday. Happy birthday, BP. August is the best time to have birthdays. With a small wave, I leave her alone to her classroom and her thoughts. I hail a passing taxi to take me to the property as soon as I leave the school grounds. The mansion is some ways out in the countryside, but I don't have trouble giving the driver directions. Apparently everyone in Luxborn City knows of it, including every bit of rumors surrounding the place. Ooh. Oh, I right-clicked. And it's saved. That's handy. In fact, just a mention of its name is enough for locals to give you cautious, sidelong glances. I learned that the hard way that the first time I commuted there only boosted my belief that there's something more to the house. Even the news of it being renovated and placed back up at the market has caused quite a stir. Thankfully, it died down a few weeks later. The place would have become a lot harder to sell otherwise. I avert my eyes from the window once the buildings shrink in the distance. We get a glimpse of the countryside soon, although a quick glance at my watch tells me we're still a few minutes away from our destination. Might as well get some work done. Rose did ask me to review the mansion's documents. I already looked them over last night, but you never know when things may go wrong. Life is always messing things up like that. Halfway through reading the papers, my phone rings again. I pick it up without looking, neatly tucking it between my ear and shoulder. It's probably just Rose again anyway.
Rose?
It's Ash.
Guess again.
Can I get a shout out for BB2? Come on, mods. Wake up. Did you have a good birthday too? Did you do anything exciting? Did you stream? That voice.
Ash.
Oh, is Ash a romance interest for us? Thanks, Auntie. Give him a follow, you guys, if you haven't yet. It was pretty cool, yeah?
Bingo.
Bingo.
Hey, what's up?
Just checking if you're still cool later this evening.
Oh, you streamed Observer? Is it good? Oh, I see everyone streaming it, but I don't have it yet. I'll get it, of course. Yeah. Oh, it looks really good. It's by the guys that did Layers of Fear, right? Is it scary? Is it super scary?
You mean that thing with Zach?
Yeah. He even called in the middle of the night just to remind me.
No, don't worry. I didn't forget. I'll be there.
He seems popular with the boys.
Cool. I'll see you later. What time do you get off?
Around 6 p.m.? I don't know. It's the first day of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house, and we're expecting quite a number of potential buyers. I'll be booked the whole afternoon.
That's what it reminds me of.
Ermengarde Mansion?
You know, the big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village. I'm on my
It
way
didn't
there
look
right now,
Jacobean
actually.
at all. And these people don't know their shit.
On your own?
Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah.
I see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up.
Shut up!
Ash chuckles, and I can't help but roll my eyes upon hearing it.
I'll see you later.
Ashhole.
When you're done. I'll see if I can pick you up.
His name is Ashhole? That's hilarious.
Whatever. Bye.
Stupid Ashhole. Always teasing me whenever he sees a chance. Romance interest. I'll show him who's tough. Uh-huh. It's atmospheric? Oh, awesome. Wonderful. It's way up my jam then. I'll have to get it. I'll stream it for sure. Takes a few more minutes until I finally reach the infamous mansion. I have to admit, the entire property does look wonderful from outside. It looks good, but that's not just... That looks more Georgian. Like... They don't know shit. God damn it. Yeah, despite all of this, it does nothing to hide that something is just wrong. Surrounding area is unusually silent, and only the rustling of the leaves can be heard as the occasional breeze passes. While Anselm Village is just a few miles away, everybody keeps their distance on purpose. Perhaps out of fear, the horror of falling under the mansion's curse. Somehow it makes me feel sad. The lack of immediate human presence just makes this place all the more eerie than it has any right to be. If it's uncanny in broad daylight, I can't imagine how this place looks at night.
You planning to go inside that place, Missy?
The voice nearly makes me jump out of my skin. Just got my dinner, stuffed bell peppers. Oh, yum! Serve, I'm so jealous. I haven't had dinner yet. I've had beer. Beer is my dinner. Without completely taking my eyes away from the house, I give the driver a confused nod. A beat passes while I wait for him to say more, but his only answer is a non-committal hum. Belatedly, it occurs to me that he must have been waiting for my payment. I mentally slap myself for spacing out and promptly hand him the fare with an apologetic look. I expected him to leave as soon as I paid, but there's a hesitant expression on him, as if something hasn't been said yet.
Is there something wrong?
Look, Missy, I'm sure you've heard what the people are telling everyone about that place.
Keep drinking until it begins. Yeah, even when I'm drunk, I will still say it's not. Because, like, it's like, you guys know Downton Abbey? What is that place called? Highclere Castle in real life, but that's Downton Abbey. That's the castle that they use in Downton Abbey, Highclere. That is what Jacobean like. That this is way too rounded in the front to make it look Georgian. Yeah. They tried. They tried, and I can give them that.
Nobody likes to be disturbed when they're at peace, and I'm pretty sure whatever they say is in that house doesn't want to either. I admit they did a good job fixing it up, but there must have been a reason why even distant relatives of the family who used to own the house never lived in there despite inheriting it. No wonder they wanted to get rid of it.
Maybe they just didn't like it?
Or the fact that their family died in it. I mean, that wouldn't stop me, though. If I inherited a nice house like that, I would still live in it.
You never know.
The fact it is haunted makes me want to live in it more, honestly. He drives off after, but what he says left a floating feeling in my gut. Welcome to the Architectural Wiki stream. Well, I wanted to be an architect, so I am definitely a big... And I'm a historian snob, so, like... Talking about historical architecture? Yeah, I could talk about it for days. I breathe out a heavy sigh as I approach the house. After hearing enough of the rumors, I should have expected the conversation to take that turn. But I'm already here. Backing out was completely out of the question. It's not like I have a choice, anyway. If I want to get that bonus and commission one way or another, I've got to sell this property. The door is ajar when I get to it. Oh, excuse me. Beer makes me burp. While my own copy of the keys dangle uselessly in my hand. Rose must have left it open when she arrived. Rose is dead. It's weird. We may be the only people here this early, but I've never known her as someone careless. Yeah. I like the paintings. Well, I like the lady on the left. She's pretty. Entering, what greets me inside leaves me gaping. They've cleaned every corner, waxed the floor, dusted the antiques, searched every nook, cranny, and crevice, and made it spick and span. All for the sake of making the mansion more enticing to the modern-day lords and ladies. But no matter how hard they try, the mansion still looks as soulless as ever, as though it's going to eat you alive. If you ask me, they should just listen to what other people have been telling them and leave this place alone. Some things in this world are better left alone, never to be disturbed ever again. I call out.
Rose, I'm here. Where are you?
My voice echoes softly throughout the hallways. Your left or our left? On the screen. Oh, who am I kidding? In a place this big, I don't think she'll hear me no matter how deafening the silence is. She could be all the way on the other side of the property for all I know. Quickly, I reach for my phone and dial her number. But...
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
Oh no! This is already sounding like a super cheesy horror flick, and I like it. What do you mean has not been recognized? We were just talking a while ago. Not like she was eaten by the house, right? Wait for her to point at it. Yeah, because I guess it's this painting. Or maybe the ghost did hear us talking and spirited her away, right? Right? No, Isabella, don't be ridiculous. She probably just wandered deeper into the house and lost signal. We'll tell her number again, hoping the call will connect.
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
But to no avail. Oh boy. I have a very bad feeling about this.
If you can hear me, please come out. Come on, Rose. This isn't funny. You know this place gives me the creeps.
You know what I would do? Turn around and leave. Wait in the car. Oh, no car. Wait outside. Call another cab and leave. I mean, Rose can get pissed off, but whatever. I want to check the journal for a second. Timeline? Oh, here we go. Before going to the Ermengarde Mansion, Isabella Santos dropped by St. Betty High School to check on Rebecca. Oh, that's why. Okay, Rebecca's a teacher, right? And so we were visiting her. That's why we were there. Former reminder letter, take your flu medicine on the way to mansion. Received a phone call from Ashton. Reminding her of Zach's movie premiere. Okay. Us? Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos. What, the name? She's 26. That's how old I'm gonna be. May 28th. Gemini. It's 5'2". Pretty much my height. I'm like borderline 5'3". Estate agent. Oh, she's Filipino. Cool. Roman Catholic. Fine arts undergrad. Like cinnamon rolls, dogs, food, police procedural dramas, and teleseries, comedies, karaoke. She is the third child among 7. Woo! daughter of a laundrywoman and a jeepney driver. She went to a public school and was an average student, but took art easily. Eventually, she pursued a degree in fine arts, as encouraged by her father. However, when the man was diagnosed with terminal illness, she had to stop studying to make money. It was Isabella's aunt who helped her get work overseas in order to earn more money than any local job could get her. Rose Cooper became her mentor, so she started as an agent at BRC. It's been 5 years since she met her neighbor Rebecca. She met Ashton during an unfortunate incident involving her first sale at Devlin Court, and later Zachary through him. Okay. So we won't learn these until we play them, I think. Flips around 3 times, or is it your left or our left? I'm not gonna answer that. That's what she's so curious. Yeah, apparently it's crap. This is gonna work. Place is big. She could be anywhere. I'm gonna start looking for her. A deep breath before venturing deeper into the mansion. Whoa. Taking a couple steps forward, I know something moved beyond the grand staircase.
What the hell? Rose? Rose, is that you? Not funny. I'm leaving you if you don't come out. Not coming out, huh? Fine, I'm going.
Then go. Okay, that's a lie. She's my friend. I can't really leave until I know she's alright. Growing desperate, I try to contact her again. Come on, please give me something. Please, Lord? Ah, there we go.
Hello? Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion. Where the hell are you?
Ooh, it doesn't respond. There's heavy static coming from her side. I sincerely hope it doesn't get cut off again before I can get an answer from her.
Rose, come on. Where are you?
A few moments pass until the static eventually starts to quiet down. Attic, maybe?
What? The attic? Why?
That's creepy. Ooh. Got cut off. Man, do I really need to go there? With how deep inside the mansion the attic is, there's barely any signal there. No wonder I can't contact her. Why is she there? Out of all places, she just has to make me go fetch her in the creepiest room of this place. Is she doing this to get back at me for being late? Whatever, I'll just go. The sooner I meet up with her, the sooner I feel better about being here. I carefully make my way up the staircase. My legs wobble as I mentally curse the fact that I've chosen real estate instead of picking a career that doesn't involve strange abandoned houses. Upon reaching the top, the grand hallway greets me. It branches out to the 2 major wings of the mansion, the east and west wing. There are 2 attics here, one on each side, but the east one has been converted to a storage room of sorts, and somehow I find it least likely for Rose to wander there by herself. Besides, she never did like going into stuffy storage rooms. So I head towards the west wing first, where a simple wooden door at the end of the hall opens to a small room. Inside is another set of steps leading to the second attic. Unlike the grand staircase, though, the stairs to the attic are steep and narrow, made of old stones and covered with a thick coating of dust that sticks to the air with every step. I thought they cleaned this whole entire place. She's trapped. The painting. On the left, right. Are attics creepier than basements? I find basements creepier than attics. I don't really find attics that scary. I guess it depends. Thank God it's still daytime. If it wasn't for the light streaming through the door behind me, I might easily stumble and fall. Foreshadowing. With how old the place is, there are no light fixtures to eliminate the cramped passage up. Why they didn't bother to add one here when they renovated escapes me. Sheesh, they did it with the rest of the house. The small bedroom welcomes me at the end. Fancy. It looks exactly as it did since the last time I've been here, full of dust, worn out, and faded by time. Odd. I thought they cleaned everything. Did the crew miss this room? Ugh. Cleanliness is the least of my concerns right now. The more pressing matter is Rose. She's not here. Was I dreaming when I talked to her a while ago?
Behind you.
Auntie. Don't do that! No, it couldn't have been a dream. After all, the creepy ambience of this estate is doing such a remarkable job of making sure I stay alert and awake. And I'm sure she said she's here. Is this a prank? Or maybe that phone call was Rose's last message to me before the curse got to her. Ah, shut up, Rain. You're not helping. Don't make this scarier than it already is, Auntie. But if she's not here, then where is she? The hell was that? That's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. We must have agreed the spirits live here. Angered. I knew disturbing this mansion was a bad idea. Right from the very start. Nobody listened. Be fucking realistic, they said. They think I'm cuckoo because I believe in curses and ghosts and all that. Me and my outlandish backwater country beliefs. I've always strived to be a model employee, but not this time. No. I'm turning back for the sake of my sanity. Briar Realty can find another agent who's more fucking realistic to tour people around this haunted house. Before leaving, I take one last look at the gloomy old room. Just check.
Huh? What's this?
My worries about Rose's whereabouts must have caused me to miss it when I first entered the room. There's clearly something on the floor. It looks like
A letter?
lying on the ground, just a couple inches away from my feet. Out of sheer curiosity, I lean down and pick it up. Strange. I don't recall seeing this the last time I was here. A few days back, me and a few other agents inspected the mansion to prepare for today. I've been the last to look inside the attic and leave, and this certainly hadn't been here before. Someone must have left it in this room since then. Did Rose leave this? Was she here a while ago? Couldn't have missed her though, could I? There's only one set of stairs leading to the attic. The letter isn't exactly in pristine condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. The paper is so thin and rough, I'm worried it'll fall apart if I so much as touch it. But with great care, I open it, and what I read shakes me to my core. Help me, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me!
What? Oh my god.
Nothing but the words "help me" fills the page, all of it seemingly written with a crimson shaded pen. It's blood. Gulp. Same phrase just goes on until send this to 5 people or else. Oh god! It's a fucking chain letter!
Send this to 5 people or else.
It's a fucking
Or else
chain
what?
letter.
Or else what?
As quickly as I can, I scan the back of the paper and peek into the envelope to make sure I'm not missing out on a second page. But there's nothing.
No. Oh, please, no.
My hands tremble as dread creeps over me. The room is suddenly getting colder. I need to get out of here. Folding the paper in half, the sight that greets me next has me frozen on the spot. A pair of blood-soaked feet enters my field of vision, covered in gaping wounds, skin eaten away to reveal flesh, bone, and all manner of things one isn't meant to see. It's too much. All of it is too much. I want to cry, call for help, but the words scratch in my throat. Even my feet won't move, completely paralyzed out of terror. Lord, please help me. Be brave and look up. Close that. Oh, what do we do? Guys, what do we do? Should we look up? We'll probably die. Or we close our eyes and pray. A deranged mail carrier is the antagonist called to it. Fucking chain letters. Kick it in the nuts and run? I don't think that is an option, considering that the 2 options we have are right here, Wick. don't know what to do, because I have a feeling that if we looked up, it's gonna kill us. I just have that feeling. But if we close eyes, maybe if we stay really still, it'll go away? It's the only option in these situations and all others. Kick it in the nuts and run. Oh, can we save? Here, let's save and look up! I need to face it. Whatever these feet belong to, I need to face it. And if I'm going to die, they're going to kill me, at least I'll know what my killer looks like. Cold comfort. So, with a deep breath, I summon every ounce of courage I have left in me and shift my gaze upwards. Whoa!
Please, don't hurt me. No!
That's awesome! Without thinking, I scramble towards the door. This is so badass! I struggle to open it, but it won't budge.
Stay away! Go away! Please, Lord! Make it go away!
Why now? Why won't it open now? My heart sinks as reality dawns in. I'm locked in with that thing.
Let me out! Let me out! Lord, please, let me out!
It slowly approaches me as I wrench the doorknob violently back and forth. Oh. The door finally swings open and I couldn't have been happier. Damn! Wasting no time, I leap out the door and don't look back. My feet pound against the floor in rhythm with the loud, fast beating of my heart. By the time I run past the hallway, I find myself atop the grand staircase. My chest feels so tight, it's like it's going to burst. But that's nothing compared to the feeling of hope at the sight of the exit gives me. Racing down the stairs, I breathlessly laugh escapes me. And my shoe slips and I find myself falling. Until my back hits the ground and pain racks my body. My head grows fuzzy and my vision dims as I fight to stay conscious.
No. Go away.
And we pass out. The last thing I see are those feet before all I know is darkness. Does it look like a T-Rex? Sort of. She needs a coupon for a free day at the spa. Yeah, she should probably fix her ankle. It looked a little busted there. This is why you have no friends? Are you saying I have no friends? Wow. Thanks, Auntie. Yeah. I'll be right back. Gotta take a body break. Body break. Alright, I'm back. Truth is the best birthday present. Wow, I see how it is. Okay. Guys, they're just gonna bully me. That's my birthday present. A buzz breaks the silence. I start to rouse, pulled into consciousness against my own will. I've never felt this tired before. I just want to sleep, but the insistent buzzing, poking, and prodding isn't letting me. My old mattress may not be the comfiest of places, but that doesn't make me any more eager to wake up.
5 more minutes, Becca.
I swat away what is nudging persistently at my side. Come on. Can I just get an extra minutes of sleep today? Promise I'll work hard once I'm up. And lightly taps my cheek. Something cold is suddenly being pressed at the back of my head. The icing sensation slowly spreads throughout the area, giving me an uncomfortable feeling.
Isabella? Isabella? Gosh, can you hear me? Isabella?
Is that Rose? It's like Rose. The fog immediately lifts from my mind. The moment I recognize the voice and my eyes snap open. Then, looking down at me is Rose. Another woman loiters beside her, but my attention is too focused on my co-agent to even ask why there's someone else with her. Rose's posture just screams worry, although she's keeping a straight face, or trying at least. I can't help but feel bad for making her fret. A wave of dizziness washes over me as soon as I try to get up, forcing me to lie back down again. Luckily, the feeling subsides after a few seconds until only a mild throbbing somewhere at the back of my head remains. With a little assistance from Rose, I push myself upright. He hands me an ice pack and gestures for me to press it where I suspect a small bump has already formed, if the light ache in the area indicates anything.
All right, Isabella, where are we?
The Ermengarde Mansion. Why? Ow, my head.
And the date today?
October 21st? Rose.
Last one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order?
15, 14, 13, 12-teen.
That's
no,
what my dad says.
that's wrong.
12-teen.
Why are we doing this?
She's just checking if your injury is in any way serious.
Ooh, who's this hot chick? This time, I curiously regard the woman standing beside Rose. It's impossible to overlook her with the way she towers over us. And I hear I thought Rose was already tall. Who is she anyway? One of the remaining cleaning crews? But with how primly dressed she is, I don't think anyone would want to clean in a suit. An expensive suit at that. The gloves alone must have already cost a fortune. Her eyes slowly shift between me and Rose, considering us with an almost unreadable expression, before finally fixing a sharp gaze on me. Can't help but fold my arms protectively over myself as she does so. She may be far from cleaning crew, but she certainly looks like our supervisor during evaluation.
Just do it, please.
I eye them both warily, but recite everything that she has asked. Rose releases a breath of relief once I'm done.
You scared me for a moment there. I was about to call for an ambulance. Are you all right?
I'm okay. Exasperation soon replaces the dull ache. The memory's a little fuzzy, but the attic and...
There was someone, Rose. In the attic.
She was so cool, though. Oh, I loved that artwork. It was so on point to, like,
Someone?
Japanese horror.
You mean a
know?
client? Oh, that's unlikely. It's probably just one of the cleaning crews. The boss sent a few of them back this morning for some last minute...
No, not any of those. I'm not actually sure. Wait, didn't I call you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place.
Both Rose and the lady look at me like I've just grown another head. Did I say something weird? Rose quickly casts an apologetic smile at the woman before the awkward silence stretches on further. It's her saleswoman smile, the same one she taught me back when I was still her trainee. Ah, so this is a potential client. I should show this to troublesome clients or just to avoid trouble in general, she advised. It's also the same one she gives me when I've done something particularly absurd that may cause us to lose a potential sale. Her eyes are serious when she turns back to me. Frowning face. She takes both my shoulders, gently squeezes it, and with as much patience she can muster.
As much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads up of your arrival, I didn't really get a call from you. You know, signal here is absolutely horrendous. I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call. Isabella, I'm going to ask again. Are you really all right? What happened?
I don't know. It's all a bit blurry. I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic. And there's... whoever it is. Then I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down. Oh no. Do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open. We are so going to get into big trouble if something gets stolen, Rose.
Perhaps it is a concussion.
Are you sure you feel fine? We could still call for an ambulance. I could cover for you.
No, I'm fine. I'm okay, Rose. I can work.
Wait. Hold your horses, Rose. I can't just miss an important sale because of a minor bump in the head. Oh yeah, because you fell down a flight of stairs and... an extremely minor bump. I've had worse when I was a kid. This is nothing.
Besides, if I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open house. Alone. And in a mansion this big?
Well, there's also the part where I may lose that bonus BRC promise, but that's completely beside the point. Rose gives me a skeptical look when I return the cold compress to her and push myself off the floor. I have to use the staircase's railings to steady myself, but otherwise I feel fine.
I'm A-okay.
The two of them exchange a weird glance, and Rose assumes a contemplative look. I bite my lower lip in anticipation. If she says no...
All right, you in.
A smile threatens to slip out from me.
If I see that you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the nearest clinic to have you checked. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear as day, ma'am. Thanks, Rose.
You insisted. But remember what I said. First sign of you looking not okay, and we're off. No questions asked.
It's just a small bump. Don't worry.
You shouldn't downplay these kinds of things. It could be a serious injury for all we know.
Suddenly, a small cough sounds against the walls of the foyer, interrupting our banter. The woman is looking expectantly at the two of us, her stare making me shrink back a little. She isn't really intimidating. Well, she is. But not in the scary, negative way. Far from it, actually. Her demeanor simply commands an air of sophistication and respect. In a different world, a younger me would have probably wished to be like her. At our lack of response, she coughs again, lifting a well-trimmed eyebrow at me in question. Words get caught in my throat at the sight of it, and Rose, as usual, is swift to catch my blunders.
My sincerest apologies, Mrs.
Miss McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch.
Meaty! Hey, you! What's up, man? We require an official document stating this, Meaty, before we can trust. It's true. We'd see it. In writing. Oh, she's got a business card. It's not the nicest. I mean, I've seen worse. I've seen better. For one thing, you should use different font for the bottom line. And make your logo bigger. A couple different colors. Then it would look... She hands Rose her business card. The words interior designer catch my eye. See, if you're an interior designer, you should have a card a little bit more thought out and colored than that. Well, probably someone interested in the mansion for its 17th century influences then. I won't hold it against her, though. Despite the heresies and remaining uninhabited for years, the mansion's original fittings and furniture have been kept completely intact and restored to pristine condition. I suppose some people find that trip to the past feeling appealing. For interior, she sure sucks at design business. Right, Meanie? After all, with what it offers, this place could also be a haven for people looking to live somewhere with a classic historical charm.
Miss
I would
McCullough,
love that.
I'm Rose
that's
Cooper,
like a
and this is
dream
my
for
partner,
me.
Isabella Santos. We're just ironing out a few things, but we'll be starting the tour soon enough. In the meantime, we've prepared some refreshments for you in the parlor while you're waiting.
In the parlor?
If you could please.
Thanks. There's no need for it, though. I just dropped by for a quick survey of the place. I thought I should check the estate before I meet with the homeowners.
Rose's confusion is impossible to miss when she glances at me. And I return it with an equally perplexed look. Happy birthday. Oh, thank you, Meanie. And my birthday's next weekend, but close enough, right? It's probably gonna be my last stream until then. I might do a couple more, but the last one I'll probably be doing drinking, so this is a celebratory birthday stream. I'm not sure she could have fit a whole kitchen. Ha ha ha, very funny, Wick. I bet interior designer is cool. No priceless. Brandon! Thank you for the host. Thank you, thank you. Can I get a shout out for Brandon too? Please. Fucking click big title then. But it is my birthday stream though, because I probably won't be streaming again. Hi! Hey Brando. What's up, man? And against my better judgment, I blurt out the first question that comes to mind.
I'm sorry. Homeowners?
Should keep my mouth shut. A flash of irritation crosses her face, but it instantly disappears under the mask of professional detachment.
Yes. Hannah, right? I was hired by her to handle the interior design for their newly bought home.
Oh. Well, if your design isn't close to your business card, it's gonna be shit. Shot a moose 6 times and it kept running. Why would you shoot a moose? What? Why would you shoot a moose, man? 'Cause it gives me money. You're talking game-wise, right? Not IRL? Because as a Canadian, I don't like the idea of shooting moose. Okay, thank God. Actually, I've had moose meat before. It's not bad. A little too gamey for my taste, but...
This is the Ermengarde Mansion, right?
Ermengarde. It's just... They really should have picked a better name. A squirrel paid him to take out moose. What?
It is, but...
He pauses, possibly trying to find the right words to fix the awkward situation without offending someone. Suddenly, Rose nudges me with her elbow. We'll check with our supervisor? Those few moments have given me enough time to clear my head of any nervousness or confusion clouding
It is, ma'am, but we weren't aware the mansion has already been sold.
What do you mean?
I almost flinch when she turns her gaze on me. I stand my ground. Besides, it isn't like I haven't dealt with awkward situations like this before. I may screw up at times, but that doesn't mean I haven't learned a thing or two in the 5 years I've worked in the business. This whole game is a meme, I swear. I'm enjoying it so far. My only beef with it is that their conversations like this could be cut down a lot shorter. I mean, I know they're trying to go for like a natural conversation flow, but when you're playing a game like this, people get really impatient and just want to click to get through the boring parts. And that's what I'm feeling right now, honestly. It says new. Oh, okay. While missing for her, co-agent Isabella Santos found a mysterious letter in the Ermengarde Mansion's attic. Driven to fear by what she read inside, thinking it's a place cursor where she heard to leave the place only to meet. Help me, help me, help me. It won't let me... I guess that's it? Okay. And we bumped up with Marianne. Oh, okay. The voices sound like robots. The voices could be... They could be worse, though. Like, not horrible. They're not like dubbed anime, but they're pretty close. They're not that bad though. I've definitely heard worse. Dude, I don't even talk this long. The mansion name hurts my soul. Yeah, it like, oh, I hate it. Then the character names aren't bad, but the places, names for places, are not good.
The mansion is indeed for sale, ma'am. Today's the open house, in fact. However, we haven't heard anything from the higher-ups that a deal has already been closed for this particular property. If you'd like, my co-agent and me can check with them right now.
She nods, seemingly in deep thought after I finished. She appears to be a reasonable person anyway. Given the proper explanation, she'd surely understand.
I thought something looked odd when I arrived here. Excuse me, I think I need to make a call to my secretary.
Maybe she fucked up the address?
Thank you for your assistance, Miss Santos.
Considering her shitty business card, she probably did. How important it is to have a good business card. A slight wave of her hand, she leaves us. That seems to be the end of it. Both Rose and I breathe a sigh of relief. Disaster averted. I also don't miss the thumbs up she gives me for doing a good job, and I can't help but swell with pride. Still, I've already prepared myself to dial the number to her Luxborn office and check even if she didn't ask for it. I'd be very frustrated if for some reason something has already been decided without mine or Rose's knowledge. A whole new level of unfair. We've been working so hard on this. Moments later, Miss McCullough? Is it McCullough? Yeah. Returns, looking a little frustrated, but with an apology clear in her face. I feel a little sorry for her having to go through all this trouble.
There seems to have been a little misunderstanding with my client. If you'll allow it, I'd like to stay and wait for them here.
Okay.
I was informed they'll be dropping by for the open house today. I figured it'd be a waste to just leave after that long drive. I might as well meet him here.
The extra phlegm infamous. McCullough, that's not her last name. Well, she's definitely Irish. But, everyone else has more of an English accent, right? She definitely sounds Irish. Yeah, Brando, you got it. And her name, too, right?
Certainly. You could stay at the parlor in the meantime, ma'am. I'm sure it won't be long before our guests arrive. And, Isabella? I left a few documents in my car. You know where I keep those. Can you please get it for me?
Fine, you little bitch. Rose takes a glance at her wristwatch before tossing me a set
And
of
hurry!
keys.
We've still got a few minutes to double-check those papers.
Okay, got it.
She speaks a very stereotypical Irish accent. Yeah, speaks. Two of them disappear behind the parlor's door. Oh, okay, here's the next button. Rose Cooper, along with the woman who introduced her, Marianne McCullough, followed Isabella Santos, lying unconscious to the bench foyer before the house opens. Their departure brings with it stillness to keep me company, neither welcoming nor comforting. Alone like this, it's impossible not to think of what really happened. I wish the memory isn't as elusive as it normally is. Then again, Rose already said she didn't receive any call from me. Is it just paranoia? A temporary lapse after having heard all these tales about this place? Probably. I want to think of it as such. Better to think of it as such so I can work in peace. Except a small part of my mind begs to differ, and if I'm going to be completely honest with myself, I want nothing more than to leave this place as soon as possible. I don't know what's in this house, and I don't want to know. See, if I was in her position, I would have been like, I would have lied at least, and be like, oh, I got a concussion, take me to the hospital, just so I can leave this house. Because there's no fucking way I would stay. Me and me are on the same page. I almost said she speaks KG. KG does try hard not to speak with an accent. It's true. You're right though, it's very stereotypical. Like it's obviously it's like a Hollywood accent. Like They definitely tried with that. With any of the accents, they sound pretty forced. But again, like I've heard worse. They're not the worst. The keys Rosa just handed me dig into my palm, its jagged edges creating shallow ridges on my skin from how hard I'm clutching it. So she said, it's a reminder of what I still need to do and why I've taken this job in the first place. Tucking my blazer closer to my body, I exit the house to get what Rose has asked of me. Just a few more hours, Isabella. Sell the house, get the money, fuck the bitches. Profit. What? The Jacksepticeye, however you say his name. Yeah, it's Jacksepticeye, by the way. I follow him. Well, I used to watch his stuff. He got a little too obnoxious for me. I think he's not a bad guy. He's a good guy. His over-the-top YouTube voice, that's what it is. Yeah. The Let's Player voice. Like Markiplier. A flock of people have already gathered in the mansion's front yard by the time we officially open the doors. I'm not sure whether I should feel baffled or underdressed standing in their presence. Men and women of wealth and status, all dressed to the nines in fancy suits and lovely dresses of varying colors, compose a medium-sized crowd. Their necks, arms, and fingers are adorned with silver and gold, glinting in the afternoon sun. Some even have ridiculously fancy feathered hats on their heads. I really hope there aren't any magpies living nearby like in the stories. Those birds will have a field day. Fucking asshole magpies. Jack's still a natural though. Yeah. I don't really watch anyone on YouTube anymore. Ever since I became a streamer, because before that I lived and breathed Let's Plays. Horror Let's Plays. So now I don't want to watch them because I want to play them myself. So I don't really watch anyone anymore. Yes. They're murmuring among themselves, looking at the estates, increasingly, with some arguing about whose mansion has the superior architecture. But most of it stops as Rose calls for their attention. They don't look too pleased at being ordered around, but what can they do about it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos.
Hi, hello, hi.
We'll be taking a tour of the mansion in 2 groups. Please make sure you filled up our sign-in forms before joining a specific group.
Those who want to look around the first floor, please follow my partner. I'll be guiding the ones who wish to see the ground floor.
Thank God we're not going upstairs. Fuck bitches always. I watch fishing stuff and gun stuff. I watch travel stuff. Usually, I watch Japan documentaries and I watch ancient Egypt documentaries. That's what I watch. Hearing this, if you wonder to me, they're mostly old ladies who seem daunted at the idea of climbing all those stairs. Miss McCullough also joins our group. But what really catches my eye is the elegantly dressed pair she approaches. Oh my! It looks like Princess Peach and a short-haired Link. Not true. She watches or wants to watch YouTube magicians. No. That is all Auntie. He likes his sleight of hand magic. Fucking nerd.
It's so nice to finally meet you!
Oh
when
my
Chief
God,
Inspector Lee mentioned that a famous interior designer is in town, I knew I had to get you!
Your confidence in my skills is very flattering, ma'am.
Ask for permission to post a link. Meaty, you know the rules. Ya nerd. I can't click it though. You guys can watch it.
I'm sure you won't disappoint, Marianne.
Oh, you know each other?
Oh. kitty is being so cute.
Not at all, ma'am.
You mentioned something about a Marianne on our way here,
Marianne?
darling?
Oh, yes, I think I did.
Ah, that must be the client she was talking about. Might have seen their faces somewhere before. Some magazine or television? I don't know. But then again, most of our guests have likely ended up on the news one way or another. I won't be surprised if these two already were. For people who are popular, though, they aren't dressed as loudly as the others, and in their simplicity, the couple stands out. The woman, in particular, is stunning enough to turn the heads of most people in my group, especially the men with wandering eyes. His voice, what? You do realize I never have to ask for permission. Like, it's been so long since I've like did a channel or wasn't a mod. That's true, I didn't even think of that, matey. My eyes always wander as well. The guy standing beside her doesn't seem to mind though. And if I'm going to be a bit bolder with my assumptions, I'd say he's basking in the attention. Both of them, in fact. I think they'd brother and sister if it wasn't for their public display of affection. The matching rings on their fingers just cement the fact that they are indeed a couple. Why do we care what the rings are? My only sunshine. It's so cheesy, it's adorable. Duel! Oh my god! How are you? I haven't seen you in so long. Fuck. How you doing? Whatever. Couple or not, what's important is that we get this deal closed before the current owners can even think of canceling the listing. I just hope one of the people in my or Rose's group is brave and generous enough to buy this mansion. And so, with papers in hand, I lead the way. When they aren't whispering among themselves or going ooh and ah over one thing or another, they ask questions. From how the restoration process ran to the history of the place, I answer them all. More than happy to talk about the art pieces and architecture mostly, except you guys have no fucking idea what architecture is. However, I'm careful not to mention anything about the urban legend. That's a selling point. That's when you're gonna get people interested in the property. I'm good looking after a lost kitty. You're looking after a lost kitty? What? What? What lost kitty? I see insider there, so I'm not gonna ask. Not a good material for sales talk, even if the entire population of Luxburton is spent. No, it's a good sales talk. You
Some
don't
of
even
the
know how to do your
furnishings here
job.
are actually the 17th century originals, all of which have undergone a painstaking restoration process just to return its original beauty.
I don't see anything that resembles 17th century. Maybe the ceiling. A kitty was found in the toilets in your town? Oh. You think he was abandoned? That's so sad. My baby boy Charles, he was abandoned. We found him. He kept visiting our house to get food because he was super skinny, and he was stamped and everything in his ear, and we couldn't find his home at all. And so the vet says it's actually pretty common for people when they move, they just leave their pets. They'll just leave them out in the street. It's really sad. Are you gonna keep the kitty? Those vases. Duh. Oh yeah, because those are definitely 17th century. Just like Castle Black, eh? Oh, he's no more than a couple months old. Oh, he's not fixed either. To keep him.
Even the glass thing. Colorful ones. Oh, I don't know, but you get the idea, I hope.
You're living up to your hair color, girl.
Especially that one, ma'am. It is said to be a gift commissioned by the fiancé of Lady Charlotte Ermengarde.
We're gonna take him to the vet and see if he's microchipped. Probably not. If he's not fixed, he's probably not microchipped because they usually do it at the same time. Aw, poor little baby. So glad you took him home. Can't keep him. Fair enough. Well, I hope you find a home. I would be like, please give him to me, but I'm not allowed any more cats, I was told.
The mansion's current owners have specifically requested that the restoration crew take great care in handling it. It's a priceless work of art and the most distinctive feature of the mansion.
By the time I've stopped talking, her attention is already elsewhere.
Isn't this place wonderful, darling? I told you it's not a total waste of your time.
I don't know. Isn't it a bit too small?
God, I want to
have
punch
to
him
break
in
a
the
wall
throat.
down to have more room.
I hate his voice. I hope he dies. Oh my god, I hope he dies.
Well, I think it is just right. Don't you think so, Marianne?
You can't knock down a wall in a 17th century manner, you fucktard.
It is splendid, Mom. But isn't it a little too early to make plans when no deal has been signed yet?
Your cat is tiny for a 3-year-old? Yeah, my little girl, Chi, she's pretty tiny and she's like 6. And one of my parents' cats, actually both my parents' cat, they're like 16, 17 now, something like that. And they're still like, they're so tiny. Like the vet actually thinks that they're malnourished, which they're not. They're just like that tiny. My cousin found a cat in the street and hid her in a room for 3 weeks. That sounds like something I would do. Can't hide this little dude. He does really smelly poops. That's so cute. The lovely lady does have quite the rack, matey. I was staring at her rack this whole time. He knows how to use the litter tray, though. Well, I mean, yeah, but kittens learn how to use the litter box really easy. Like, it's pretty easy for them. Media likes the gingers. That's not ginger, she's blonde.
Never mind that. It isn't going to be a problem. We've got a wonderful legal team to handle everything.
Parents have a 3-year-old cat that's basically stopped growing at 6 months, so it's a forever kitten. Yeah, Auntie, that's exactly like my parents' 2 cats. And actually, one of them gave birth to the other one, and they're both still, like, so fucking tiny. Prefer blondes? Oh, I don't like blondes. Ugh, I do not like blondes. Blonde chicks are just not my thing.
Start taking notes, though. I think I've got a few things I want changed before we move in.
Conversation gets lost in chatter. I don't make any assumptions yet. Assumptions makes an ass out of you and me. But their sheer interest is enough to give me some semblance of hope. Oh, please, 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 let these guys be the one. Eventually, our group reaches the kitchen. Okay, that's a nice older kitchen. That definitely resembles 17th century. At least I got that right. Much of the rest of the house, a great deal of effort has been put in retaining the room's classical appeal. The open hearth at the end of the room in particular looks amazing. Yeah, that does actually. That's fucking badass. And I like the ceiling too. Although, they should have thicker beams though. Beams are too thin. Mad props to the cleaning crew! Those sharp knives, I'm just staring at those and I'm like, that's foreshadowing, isn't that? It's a nice kitchen. It is. I do like my beams thick. Thick and hard. Seriously, after overhearing hundreds of their complaints about the soot and tar staining the bricks and how much of a pain in the arse cleaning this will be, they still managed to pull this off. Or make it look presentable, at least.
The highlight of the room, however, is what's underneath this hatch here.
That's an awkward place for a hatch.
Don't say anything yet. An underground wine cellar.
God, I hate this guy. The first time a guy in gray speaks up, Mr. Luke Wright, my memory supplies from the forms I signed earlier, his sudden attentiveness catches me off guard. Since the start of the tour, only his wife has shown any form of genuine interest in the place. But this time, something lights up in his eyes at the mention of the undercroft, because he's an alcoholic and he wants a wine cellar. I can relate to that. What's so interesting about a basement? I really don't understand rich people sometimes. Right now, he just gives me the impression of a child who seems like he absolutely wants for Christmas. I always find it cute whenever I see children act that way, my younger siblings especially. When a grown man? It's almost funny. No, you want to punch him in the throat. Yeah, I think everyone agrees this guy needs to die. Cellars are awesome. It's true.
Yes, sir. It could house around 7,000 to 11,000 bottles of wine.
But what?
Truly. And the room. How was
Think
it
about
built?
how much Moscato I could put down there.
The bricks that were used to build the cellar had been carefully picked for the purpose of maintaining and preserving a constant temperature and humidity in the room.
Ooh.
It's a good place to keep your private collection in if you have one, sir.
It keeps the corks in good condition.
Oh, love. Didn't you say before that you wanted to make your own personal vineyard? Perhaps you could start one
I hate
here.
these people.
You know we're going to need space for that,
Oh,
darling.
please let them die. Please let them die. And this isn't big enough?
If it's space you're worried about, sir, the Ermengarde Mansion sits on a 46-acre lot. There's plenty of room for it. We were told that the original owners had a horse stable built here before, too.
Yo! Hey, you. How's it going? Moscato. Oh, I know, so good. So good. Bodies and wine, it could store in the same area. Well, no, bodies, it should be cooler, though, right? Because with wine, it can't be too cold. It's more of like a little bit of a chilled temperature, right? Right? But bodies want to be like freezer. Or else they smell funny. Contemplative expression on Mr. Wright's face. But he doesn't say anything further. His wife, however, seems really pleased he has started to show interest. If only a little. I smelled to myself. I love her posture is like, look at my child. Happy Merry birthday stream. Thank you, Mio. Thank you. And thank you, Duel. You guys are awesome. This is like, I'm kind of taking a preemptive. This might be the last stream until my real birthday. So I just called it. May not completely understand how these people's minds work, but I sure as hell know how to spot a buyer with sincere interest. Score! Can't wait to tell Rose. The rest of the tour goes by without a hitch. After more than half an hour, we're able to cover almost every room on the ground floor and are heading to the parlor. Funny, first time BRC had to survey the property, I kept complaining to Rose how big it is. Now I can't even bring myself to care, no matter how much my feet hurt. Maybe this is my excitement over a possible sale? I know nothing about wine. I don't really know much either. I'm not a wine person. I just like Moscato. I would hope I don't know much about wine, seeing as I'm not one. Hey man, legal age is 18 here. I'm under that age too. Yeah, that's bullshit. Bullshit. Youngin. Oh, this is cute. I hate the doors. Doors are ugly as fuck. An odd feeling washes over me. It starts off as small goosebumps on my skin, a feeling of being watched intently. Whispers in my ear and shadows dancing, lurking in the corner of my vision. Dark silhouettes that are gone when I turn to look.
And don't flinch.
Thanks, Auntie, for your donation. God damn it. Ooh, I should save. Is this ghost? It's ghosties. It's ghosties. So the whole story behind this manor is that a curse has fallen upon it, because they say it was built in the 17th century. And a ghost took the original... No, a curse or something took the original owners and left it to their daughter, who killed herself. And then it was left pretty much empty until now, modern day. So everyone, like the whole entire city is saying, oh, this place is cursed, blah, 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 blah. Something like that. Stereotypical ghost story stuff. I know that one is like rotten fruit blood or something. Yep, that's pretty much it, right? I don't fucking know. I just know it's delicious. I can't do this. I need to sit down for a moment. The old ladies in the group have been requesting for a break anyway. If I could just...
Excuse me, everyone? We will be taking a 15-minute rest here before we visit the first floor. In the meantime, please help yourselves to the refreshments and snacks we've prepared. If anyone has any questions, feel free to approach me. I'd be happy to help you.
And I am under that age, so that, or this.
God damn it, Auntie! You're killing me here. Thank you for giving me mild heart attacks every time you do that. I let them sit while I retreat to a quiet corner to shit myself. It's not what you think. Don't think about it. It's not what you think. I probably just caught Becca's cold. Don't think about it. You know what I can't stand? People at work who think they can leave because their scheduled time is over and just leave everything out on the counter and walk away. Fuck, I hate that too. Clean up your shit, man. You're an adult. Before you leave, you always tidy up, make sure your work is all in order, and if anyone needs a hand, you help them first. Period. It's just common courtesy. I'm left alone for a good while, the same words spilling out of my lips in a silent prayer, until a hand taps my shoulder.
Hello, you there?
Oh, it's big-breasted Princess Peach.
Yes, ma'am?
Oh, look at you! Having to show a group around a mansion this big must be exhausting.
Oh, look at you! Shut up.
Not a problem, ma'am. I'm just doing my job.
What a hard worker! Anyway, Isabel, right?
Isabella, actually. But yes, what can I help you with, ma'am, right?
Please, just Hana. Call me Hana.
Bitch.
I just wanted to ask, how soon are we able to move in?
My brain completely stops. A sick feeling plaguing me is suddenly gone, replaced by utter bewilderment. Is this a joke? She looks at me expectantly as I struggle to come up with an answer.
Wait, ma'am, you see, but we haven't even negotiated a price yet, ma'am. We haven't even finished touring the rest of the mansion. A sale would be great and all, but...
She stops me from speaking any further and puts a hand on my shoulder. For a moment, with her tight smile, she looks as if she has tasted a particularly sour lemon.
Oh, please, sweetie, don't insult me. Money is not a problem. And, just between you and me, this place is better off with us than with some old lady who'll probably just fill it up with cats.
Whoa, now. Excuse you? Okay, this bitch is dead. She's dead. Could kill her. Why is she floating? Her breasts, they're just so buoyant. Hot blonde named Hannah. So fucking common and stupid. Yeah, what's wrong with filling it with cats? If anything, I think a historical house is in much better hands with an old lady with cats than you. Because you know what you're going to do? You're going to do exactly what people do with historical buildings. You're going to completely gut the inside and turn it into this ugly, horrible, concrete, gray-scaled, modern barf. This is like really grating on me. I'm sorry. It's a touchy subject for me.
I personally don't think there's anything wrong with having cats
Yes!
here, Ma'am Hana. I'm sure there's more than enough space here if you want pets.
Perhaps I'm not still feeling that, but really, what's wrong with cats? Don't get me wrong, I love modern architecture as well. Like, when I was applying to school to be an architect, all of my 3D modeling and designs were modern. But when you have a 17th century manor, you don't touch it. You don't touch it, man. You try your best to leave it exactly as it was when it was built. That's the whole point of living in a historical manor. Buy something else. You don't want that.
Well, I'm more of a dog person.
Ugh. There's another thing too. I know I'm talking a lot, but I'm drinking. But do you ever find like cat people love all animals a lot, but dog people act like cats murdered their family and stole their job and burned down their house? Do you ever find that?
But you see, this is going to be a gift to my darling. It's going to be our anniversary soon.
You're going to gift a house that your darling didn't even give a shit about until he saw the seller?
And it would be so wonderful if you can secure its purchase for us. Why, I can even offer something extra if you help us out with the paperwork.
We actually have
so
a process
mad at this
for
right
ma'am.
now.
I don't really think that would be necessary or appropriate.
And just what are you two lovely ladies talking about here? Leaving me and our lovely interior designer to talk here by ourselves.
I have a feeling that they're doing this on purpose. They want us to hate these characters. Well, it's
What
working.
would the people think, darling?
Oh, it's just small talk, love. I was asking if she could help me with the paperwork.
I try not to wince when her nails dig into my shoulder. I can't help but send an imploring look at Miss McCullough, who only gives me an apologetic smile and a shrug.
Yeah, I can give you a fact sheet and a form to fill out.
She wastes no time, taking papers from my hand and shovels through the bunch. Oh man, Rose is gonna be so angry at me for letting her do that.
Wonderful. And Marianne, I'd really love to talk to you about those changes. You took some notes earlier, yes?
I did, Mom. But I really hope that this time...
Excellent. Hopefully you can help us out too, Isabel.
Isabella.
Right. It's a lovely name, Isabel.
Ah!
It's Isabella.
Yes, that's great. We'll be more than happy to put in a good word to your superiors too, and... What's this?
A look of confusion and disgust appears on her face. Turning to her husband, he merely shrugs and replies.
That's, an interesting work of art. Not to my taste, though. I'm sorry.
Darling, Buttercup, art is a complete overstatement for this garbage. It looks like a cheap prop from a D-list horror film.
Shush, love. Let the girl do what she pleases with, what do they call this? Oh, forget about it. At the very least, it's not as dreadful as the one art exhibit I was forced to attend last month. You should have seen it, Marianne. Even you would have been appalled. but I'm sure you'll know what to do with all walls once we get started.
I highly doubt it is as bad as you say, ma'am. Nevertheless, you can be assured that my team will only pick whatever suits your tastes. Nothing of this chain letter sort, of course. It has to always work with a palette.
Is it the help me thing?
I'm quite sure chain letters these days don't come in this form.
It's my turn to be puzzled. What do they mean? Rose and I double-checked everything. It's help me. I wish I asked what I did wrong, but I don't want to mess this up. But with the way Man is leading the conversation, I'm afraid that's exactly what will happen if I do interrupt her.
That's good to hear. See, darling, isn't she an absolute delight to work with? I can't wait to see how this place will look when she's done with it.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that, Buttercup.
Ugh. Ugh. 50 years old, that's a start, right? Hey, 50 years. It's not too bad. Yes, those 70s now? My god. Time flies. Sounds like a typical anime bad guy. He does! Like one of those henchmen. Yay, critic of any kind. I hated them instantly, to be honest. Smiles back on her face when she turns to me and hands me a strange piece of paper.
I would still put it away if I were you, though. Otherwise, people might get the wrong impression. Anyway, as I was saying...
I don't hear the rest of what she says after that. I can only stare down at the piece of paper, at the letter. Oh, it's called the letter! God, I'm such an idiot, I didn't put that together. Besides, my grip, my breathing grows labored. Dread quickly fills my mind.
Isabella? Isabella? Are you alright? You're looking pale.
Didn't even notice when Rose's group joined us in the parlor. I want nothing more than to say that, no, I'm not alright. I want to leave this place. Because I remember everything as clear as day. This letter and that woman in the attic. Let's see what our journal says, because I haven't been paying attention to it. Today marked the open house of the infamous Ermengarde Mansion, open to the public for the first time in years. Luxborn's most esteemed prominent personalities gathered to catch a glimpse of the property. Apparently they are Luxborn's most well-known couple, Luke and Hannah Wright. Okay, that was the news, I guess. It's real.
The letter. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Careless. I've been so careless. I don't even tell them without looking like I've gone mad. Should I even tell them? Yeah, sure. I blurted out before I could think twice about what I'm going to say.
We need to get out of here. This place is cursed.
Rose cast a nervous glance at the people in the room. Most are still engaged in conversation with their peers, but those curious enough to turn their heads in our group's direction have been given her trademark saleswoman smile. A tight expression is on her face when she pulls me aside.
Isabella, we've already had a conversation about this weeks ago. Those are just stories.
This music isn't bad, though. I like the game. I do. I'm getting pissed off at this couple because I'm, like, actually getting into the story. You know, I love the artwork. I love how the sprites have animations. I think that's a really phenomenal touch for a visual novel. And, oh yeah, and this too, you guys that weren't tuned in earlier, you actually get relationship statuses between characters. So you can see, like, when we make decisions, that actually affects how we relate to characters. So Marianne, I think we were ahead, and so I think because I freaked out, it went down. But yeah, I think it's a really awesome touch for that. It's a good game. It gets drawn out, though. The only problem. How many people were you supposed to show the letter to? I think it was 5. Oh, they're gonna die! Because we showed them the letter. Yay!
And I'm telling you that it's not. I saw something in there. It's not human at all. I thought it was just nothing, but isn't this letter proof enough?
She gently reaches out to pluck the paper off my hand. Without even taking a glance at it, she pulls it back with me. She didn't look at it.
Look, I'm really getting worried about you. I know you want to see this open house through, but your condition is more important.
She didn't look at it. She's
Give me a few minutes to wrap things up here, and I'll drive you to the nearest hospital.
I would just grab the letter and run around the room and show it to people.
No! You don't understand! There isn't a condition, Rose. No concussion at all. I'm fine. But this place isn't, and you're being stubborn about it.
So we technically showed it to 3 people, though. Because we showed it to Hannah and her husband and McCullough, right? That was 3, because they all looked at it, right? Before Rose could open her mouth for a retort, a hand lands on both of our shoulders, pulling the 2 of us a distance closer.
Now, ladies, what seems to be the problem here?
Mr. Right. Get it? Huh.
Nothing, sir. I just had to clarify a few things with my colleague.
Well, it certainly seems intense.
Oh my.
A smile fits the 2 of you better, in my opinion.
I hate guys like that.
Especially darling little Lily here.
Gives my shoulder a gentle squeeze when a scrutable smile spreads across.
It's Isabella, sir.
Of course. But my point still stands. And with 2 beautiful ladies here, I'm sure.
And I'm sure little Lily here would certainly appreciate it if you remove your pretty hands from her,
Oh,
darling.
shit. There will be death. He's a pedo. Well, we're not young. How is he a pedo? Hannah's, 26? Hannah's 26. Hannah. We're not Hannah. Fuck. What's her name again? Isabella. Isabella is 26. Sorry, I'm getting people messed up. The pressure on my shoulder lifts as soon as those words leave his wife's lips. A wild scowl on her face is a splash of cold water on me. It's impossible to miss the displeased frown on Miss McCullough's face. The realization that we might lose the sale because of my outburst instantly dawns on me. Rose will be beyond pissed.
I think I need to step out for a while. I'll be back.
Bang my head, I utter a quick apology and gather my stuff to make a quick exit. Doesn't matter if this place is haunted or not, I've caused trouble and Rose can be quite unforgiving of behavior like this. Yeah, he's just a creepy guy, is what he is. He's a guy with a lot of money, so he thinks he can get whatever he wants.
Isabella, wait!
The apprehension must have been quite obvious on my face, because her expression instantly shifts to something gentler. Eyes softer, fond smile spreading on her lips.
I'm not angry.
Are you sure?
I know. I'm sorry I ruined this for you.
Come on, you didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into any problems before. If we don't get a deal today, we can always try on a different day. And look.
Hesitates, completely trailing off before shifting her gaze down to her hands, a small gesture to stall. Her fingers are fiddling with a piece of folded paper. It's that stupid letter again. My hands stiffen when she gives it back, but I take it, nevertheless. More as an automatic response than any desire to have it back. I'll throw it away if I can. But I have this nagging feeling that, one way or another, it'll find its way back to me regardless of what I do about it.
Rose, this is... You have to let them know about...
I know you want us to get this sale so badly. And we've made a lot of plans on how to go about this. I mean, who wouldn't? This is the first time I've been assigned to a property like this. I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. It's a beautiful house. I'd love to get one of my own if I ever win the lottery. But I think... Look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we are going to do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And the way you are now,
26 is really old. Says the old dustball hanty. Yeah, what Serb said. My mind stops.
What? Wait. No, I can still work. I just need to get myself together.
That's what you said earlier. I let it go because I thought, hey, it's your own body and you should know more than anyone how you feel. But after this, I really think you should take a break.
You're kicking me out?
No, I'm not. Look, all I'm asking is for you to take a seat somewhere I can see you, and let me handle this for now. You're clearly not yourself, and I honestly could use some time not worrying when you'll fall over or not. The day's not even over, and I'm already feeling the stress. Please, humor me just this once.
Fine. She clasps her hand together in front of her, eyes pleading for understanding. And I do understand. To some extent. That doesn't mean I'll feel any less awful. Whether at myself or at the unlucky turn a situation has taken, or for her, I don't really know.
I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Fine. Okay. I'll step aside for now.
I just
You're
want some more
upset.
spooks. I'm not kicking you out, just strongly advising you to leave, or just go sit there in the corner and don't say anything for the rest of the day. Hold up, girl, it's your birthday. It's coming up on my birthday, fresh boy. It is. How you doing? How you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Anything with you?
A little, yeah, obviously.
Obviously.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment. He called me a noob, and I don't even know what that means.
How do you know what noob means? At the memory, we both burst into helpless giggles, earning us strange looks from the guests milling about the door. Talking and laughing like this, it's easy to forget any mishaps that happened. Seems so random. Little things you learn to appreciate, I guess.
So, are we good?
I'm still not okay with it, but Rose has a point. It's better for me to step out for this one.
I won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
Please, just stay put. I insist.
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
You clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
It's not that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet. Just stay here, all right? Don't even think of going anywhere. Let me finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxembourg myself to have that minor bump checked. At least wait for me to call someone who'll fetch you, okay?
Doing pretty good, just watching your VODs lately, Mr. Streams. Aww. Fresh boy, I miss streaming. It was like 2 weeks since I couldn't. Well, since 2-week break. A break I didn't want, but had to take. I hope you can forgive my memory about how old you're. I will be 26. I will be 26 on Saturday. It's my birthday. 26 on 26th. She's gone before I can voice one word of complaint. Left with nothing else to do, I find myself drifting back to the foyer. A few visitors linger in the area, some merely enjoying the afternoon sunlight streaming through the stained glass windows. Others can be seen admiring the priceless antiques decorating the room. Where are the antiques? Besides the paintings, yes. One group of elderlies, gathered some ways across from me, is occupied in a friendly banter about which one would cost more to buy. Little argument here, and occasional laughter and teasing there. I smile to myself. The conversation reminds me of what I've been missing these past few months. Rose is probably right. I do need a break. Maybe this afternoon's hangout will help. Speaking of, I should go Ashhole? Been a few hours early from what I've told him, but he did ask for a call once I'm done. Besides, I don't have it right back. He offered, so I might as well take it. Or bribe him into giving me one. Not that he'll ever accept the latter, personal conventions and all. Honestly, if there's something I find admirable in him, despite his tendency to annoy the hell out of me, it's that. Well, whatever way works. A free ride is a free ride, am I right? There's Rose's offer too, but despite what she says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon, especially without me assisting. Bothering her for a favor as small as this is the last thing I want to do right now. Couple of minutes and a few prayers, asking for a decent signal later. Call finally connects and...
Shit! Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out.
Shit, how loud is this thing even?
Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe
A
City.
sharp ringing
Baggers,
fills
watch
the
out.
entire
Can't
hall,
beat me.
disrupting the
Looking
pleasant
for
quiet
trouble?
that is
Better
settled.
not
Soon
lie.
enough,
I'm a
heads
cool
begin to
dude,
turn
pretty
in search of
fly
the
for an
source,
Asian guy.
mine included.
Sup, I'm
My
Ash
eyes
from
dart around the
Deluxe
small
City.
crowd,
Baggers,
before
watch
zooming
out.
in on a
Can't
lone
beat
figure
me.
crouched
Looking
behind the
for
same group
trouble?
of old
Better
couple
not
checking out
lie.
the decorous
I'm a
moments
cool
ago.
dude, pretty
He's
fly
facing
for an
away from
Asian
me,
guy.
fumbling with something in his
Sup, I'm
hands.
Ash from Deluxe
But I
City.
don't need to see his
Baggers,
face to
watch
know who's
out.
back at
Can't
this.
beat me. Looking
Oh,
for
I'd
trouble?
recognize
Better
that dumb
not lie.
parka
I'm a cool
anywhere.
dude, pretty
Without
fly for
bothering
an
to end the
Asian
call,
guy.
I marched towards him.
Sup, I'm Ash from
After what happened
Deluxe
today,
City.
I'm
Baggers, watch
really
out.
not in the mood to
Can't
deal with
beat me.
this.
Looking
Of
for
all the
trouble?
times to...
Better not lie.
Ashton Frey!
What happens next is something I truly regret later for having not recorded.
Ah!
He jumps, lets an undignified yelp, ah, followed by his phone slipping out from his grip. It bounces from one hand to the other in his poor attempt to catch it before ultimately falling flat on the floor with a resounding clack. Well, shit, I'm 21, and you're 26 on 21? No, I'm 26 on 26, yeah. That's awesome, Serb. Of course you're younger than me, Media. I'm pretty sure we decided this a while ago, didn't we? Long time ago. Yeah, you are definitely younger than most. 18 in January, Media, oh my. Finn, you made it! Hey, you. Fucking Dalton. I know, that was horrible. That was a pain. 18 in July. Nice, Brando. This guy raps better than most of the rappers today. Grains! Hey! Thank you. It's, yeah, birthday-ish. Yes, thank you for the shout out, Auntie, for Grinds. Go follow Grinds! Don't you I try? Ah, man. And, but it's not every day that you can catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction. Damn his stupid detective senses. Really? Because it sure doesn't look like it. Okay. I'll take every ounce of victory I can get, no matter how small. Ha! An awkward pause passes between us. A blink. A cough. He makes a face. And then, in too quick motion, he ducks and retrieves his abused gadget while a grin threatens to break out from my lips. They are so gonna do it. He doesn't meet my eyes when he straightens, but a flush has crept up his neck and cheeks. In another universe where we haven't known each other for 5 years and suffering through his teasingly isn't a day-to-day occurrence, chances are I'd find that adorable. Endearing, even. Unfortunately, this isn't that kind of world. The way things are, I'm already content to see him out of his normally collected disposition.
Hello to you too, scaredy cat. I could stand to be greeted like a normal person, you know.
What? And miss that look on your face? No way. Oh man, I should have taken a picture.
I am so honored you find this funny. Is that how you treat your guests? I think I need to talk to your supervisor.
Talk to yourself. You aren't even a guest here. What are you doing here in the first place?
Don't follow Grimes. He's a nerd. He is a nerd. But we're all nerds, so it's okay. Hate to see you leave, but love to watch you walk away. For a moment, he looks like a cat that swallowed the canary. Sadly, checking every nook and cranny in his phone for any damage or scratches, he seems to be more interested in activity than explaining himself.
Ash,
I could be looking to buy a house.
a mansion.
Yeah, why not? Did you see the view outside? It doesn't look haunted to me at all.
He's messing with me.
Ashton, I am not in the mood. What are you doing here?
He chances a glimpse at some point behind me. The parlor? Curious, I follow his gaze, but before I can figure out what has caught his attention, he places a hand on my shoulder and turns me back to face him.
I just finished working on something, so I dropped by.
He came for a chick, and it's not us! Anyone want to give me a quick rundown what this game is? Alright, Vin. So, we're a real estate agent, and we're trying to sell this horribly done 17th century manor that is cursed. We're trying to sell it right now. And the curse is that people have died and shit, blah blah blah. There was one creepy moment out of the 2 hours and 12 minutes we've been playing this with a creepy Japanese ghost lady in it, and she made us fall down the stairs. Yep, that's about it. It's just been really boring build up. It's a conversation sim. Yeah, what Auntie said. I still don't see how his work has anything to do with why he's here. Am I confused like he drops a hand resting on my arm, like he has touched something particularly hot? And casually rubs the back of his neck.
And I said I'll see if I can pick you up.
Oh, he
Turns out
that.
I can. Free time and all.
Oh, he
So
likes
here I am. Figured you'd still be busy, and so I roamed around for a while.
Oh, you should have mentioned that sooner. I was about to throw you out.
Throw me? Hey, I was given a pamphlet. I think that makes me a legitimate client.
Uh-huh.
We have mandatory sign-in sheets for clients, Ash. I didn't see your name on it. And you can't just roam around because it says open house. Normal people actually follow an etiquette here.
Right, okay. I think I'll just go ahead and...
No, wait. I wasn't really going to throw you out. Never mind. I was just about to leave anyway.
Wait, what? Now?
Something must have shown in my face because he pauses and gives me a long, hard stare. Sometimes I forget how easy reading people is for Ash, given how he often looks as if everything around him is a chore. I avoid his eyes, hoping he'll drop the subject and won't ask any more questions. The last thing I want is to tell him what happened, especially the part about the letter. In fact, he's the last person on earth I ever want to be telling to. Oh, and the letter is, we found this letter in the attic that just says help me like 50 times, and that says at the bottom, it's like a chain letter. You have to show it to 5 people or else. And then that's why we saw the creepy chick. No riots. What? Girls, always confusing. Sure, he's a dependable guy. God knows how many times he's helped me, even without me asking for it. But stuff like ghosts and the supernatural, he'll never believe those, even if he hears it from a friend, except maybe if it's Becca. On a good day, the most harmless thing he'll do is give you an explanation why those things have no chance of ever being real. At worst, he's insufferable. He'll poke fun at you at every single chance he'll get. It's because he fucking likes you girls, not elementary school. Get your head out of your ass. Asshole. What did I ever do to him? He never does that to Becca or Zach. Because he fucking, like, oh god. I can already imagine how things will go down the moment I spill the word of what I saw. Nope. Over my dead body. Foreshadowing. Before it catches his attention, I shove the letter deep into my bag.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Let's just go.
Doesn't look like a nothing to me.
We still have Zach's movie tonight, remember?
It's still early. And didn't you say your shift will end around 5 or 6? What about... Hey, Isabella, wait up!
A rush of air greets me as soon as the main door opens. Helena Moo, 1, 2, 3! Thank you for the follow. Not the usual autumn draft, but it's still a welcome change from the stifling atmosphere inside the mansion. Ash's footsteps are quick behind me, the soles of his shoes thumping hard against the polished concrete, and an awkward cadence as he rushes to catch up. Calls out once, twice. The mansion still looms in the background. Whispers calling me back, shadows beckoning. Help me. I don't look back. We spin the ride back to Luxborn City in a relatively quiet manner, with only a radio's disjointed hum in the background to fill the silence. Occasionally Ash will reach out to fiddle with it until the signal settles or it's on a respectable volume, but otherwise he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the furtive glances he's been sending my way are signs, I know that there are things he's been itching to ask since we left the mansion. Keep my eyes trained on the passing scenery outside in the small hope that my disinterest will dissuade him.
Here.
Whoa! Sorry, I clicked away. All of a sudden, he tosses something at me from a small compartment on his side. Hits me cleanly on the chin before I can make a move to catch it. Small package makes a soft landing on my lap instead.
Sorry.
Ooh. The glare I send him wipes the smirk about to form cleanly off his face. He clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. I swear, he did that on purpose. Ignoring him, I flip the half-forgotten package on my lap.
I won't say no to free food. But why are you giving away cereal bars?
Because she's living on Mr. Noodles?
I always have one on my person, and you look like you're about to pass out back there. Have you eaten lunch yet?
Are we gonna go on a lunch date? Oh! Or a dinner date, whatever time it is. Even on the game, I was strong and show what girls want. I still struggle with what girls want. I don't even know. I don't even get a chance to deny it because right on cue, my stomach rumbles loudly and an empty, gnawing feeling in my belly becomes noticeable. Yeah, mine too. I really eating dinner. Might not stream much longer. No surprise there, I did skip breakfast and lunch so I could catch Becca while she was on break. I was hoping to get a small meal after. I guess with everything going on, I just forgot until Ash mentioned it. It's not like the whole feeling's new to me though. If anything, it's just one of those things I've gotten used to ignoring over the years growing up. Thanks, and I tear open the package and start nibbling on the edge of the bar. Apart from the acknowledging nod, Ash doesn't say anything after the small exchange. For that I'm thankful. After getting an earful from both Becca and Rose, it's nice to be able to just sit down with someone who's not going to nag at you.
How'd the open house go?
The usual. We got a bigger crowd than normal because of the property's fame, but really, no different from the typical open house. On second thought, it actually looks like a fancy party more than an open house. I've never felt so underdressed in my life. Weren't you there?
I wasn't really listening.
I should have asked someone to kick you out.
No, you won't.
And what makes you so sure?
One, ever since you got assigned to this property, you've been freaking out about it. Rebecca's words, not mine. She's been complaining to me about how you talked your ears off, by the way. Two, despite your initial qualms about the place, you still took the job. Which brings us to three. It's been months since you last settled a deal, and you're short on money right now since you're back to your instant noodle diet.
How do you even know about the last one?
Rebecca. Anyhow, you're hellbent on selling the mansion. Even if someone you know personally is in the tour group, you aren't going to just kick them out. Every single person who went on your open house is still a prospective client to you. Even me.
He's not entirely wrong. Oh man, I walked right into that one.
I hate you. I really hate you right now.
His answer is a small laugh, the kind that screams, "Alright, I've told you so." I hate it when he does that.
I'll have
Or
you know
love
that
it.
there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property. So even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'd be willing to let you have it. Too bad.
Provided I didn't botch it with the rights. Ma'am Hannah in particular didn't look too pleased with what I did. I owe Rose a big apology. I hope she likes free donuts.
You don't seem too happy about it.
I am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you?
Absolutely.
Really? And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa. Or is it the wardrobe this time?
You meant that as a joke, but how close does the truth made my blood run cold and my stomach and my own heartbeat and a heavy weight in my chest. All at once, the letter in my bag feels a whole lot heavier, burdened by my own guilt and apprehension.
Yeah, well, things happened. Stuff the right couple might not be pleased about. No need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business.
You made them angry?
Not angry, just stuff happened.
Like?
Things.
And stuff.
Did they do anything? Your clients, the rights, was it?
I can't answer that. At least not without revealing everything that took place in the attic.
You keep asking me about my work, yet you haven't said a single word about yours. That's not fair. Both you and Zach have literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
An over-exaggeration, but changing the subject to something else is better than outright lying to him. Besides, it never works with him. I'm not sure if it's because I'm just bad at it or because he's just really very good at his job. Forgot you're capturing your desktop? Yeah, I'm capturing my desktop right now. You had your annual lumberjack ritual then? Despite having no sleep for 2 days, no one lost limbs. That is a plus. I'm glad. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. And he doesn't answer immediately, only momentarily, shifting a glance over me and returning it back to the road when he has to make a sharp turn. Outside, the sun has already started its ascent, casting a vibrant orange glow on the tall buildings. I wonder how long before we reach the venue for Zach's film. Checking the street signs outside, it appears Ash is taking the longer route. Odd, but he's probably trying to avoid the rush hour. Or spending time with you, you fucking dumb nut.
Didn't we just talk a week ago over chat?
That's different. Linking your awful memes in the group chat box every morning isn't exactly a conversation.
Excuse me, I don't hear you calling them awful while you're laughing at all of them.
Shut up! And you aren't answering my question.
That earns him a soft punch to the arm. I did laugh at them, but I'm not going to give them the satisfaction of knowing that I find most of them funny. I'll only make his head bigger. Stupid Ash.
Alright. Lay off on the abuse. Remember that case I mentioned before? We've been trying to pin the bastard down, but it required more work than we anticipated. The guy's slippery like that. We got some good lead months ago.
You were kind of swayed. It's been during the time we haven't seen each other. You're not allowed to talk about that stuff. Usual work, the occasional small investigation, the big case he's been stuck working on, stuff he couldn't mention in the brief time we were with each other online. Although most of his trimmed down version, no one thinks he can tell, he has always been careful about that. Even in the way he spends his answers to my questions, just enough to satisfy my curiosity, but not enough to paint the whole picture. At one point, his voice takes on a strained tone when he mentions something about the big case, but I don't dwell on it much. That's normal, right? I mean, who would be frustrated if you couldn't bring someone to justice because they kept slipping out of your fingers? If I were in his shoes, I'd definitely lose my mind. His stories never cease to be entertaining to me regardless. If things weren't the way they were back home, maybe I would have considered taking on the same job as him. Well, no, not really. Mama would never allow that. But the idea is still there. Along with the countless others I've let go. Time passes quickly between us and this manor, and before I know it, we're already at the movie house. Pink fits you? Ah, thanks, Fishboy. Side note, stream's running at 160. Oh, that's horrible. Right, full lurk mode is a click. I'll chime in. That's good, sir. Actually, I think I'm gonna wrap up now, you guys. Before we go into the movie theater. Because I've been playing a lot longer than I thought I was going to. Finn! Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing too long of a stream tonight. Because like I mentioned, I do have plans. And God, this game is dragging on like nobody's fucking business. We got one scary moment out of the 2.5 hours we've been playing. And that moment maybe lasted like, what, a minute? I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I can't. We'll keep playing it, obviously, but... Obviously. But, I'm gonna leave it at that. We'll keep going. We'll obviously keep. Let's see who we play. See. Who's streaming? Who's streaming? A lot of people are. A lot of people are. Actually, what I would really like to do, I followed this guy recently. He's just starting out, and he's actually a really cool guy. And he kind of games like I do. So a bunch of horror, but like, he also does a bunch of variety streaming too. He's just starting out, so I want you guys to give him a follow and help with his numbers. Give him a good community. So that's him here. I want you guys to go give him a really good raid, okay? Okay? And yeah, so thanks for hanging out, you guys. We had a really good night, and thank you for all the biddies and the follows and the donations. And thanks for putting up with me ranting about architecture. And thank you for all the happy birthdays too. I might see if I can squeeze in a stream before next weekend, but if not, thank you so much for all that, and I love you guys, and you're super amazing. And join the Discord if you haven't, so we can talk and hang out. Hawk! Thank you, Hawk. Hi and bye. Good timing. But yeah, so talk in Discord. I'm usually on there to chat and shit and stuff. And so I'm gonna throw over this host, like I said. Please, please give this guy some follows and chats and stuff, because he's actually a really good guy. And he's actually playing Observer right now too. I might watch a little of that. Anyways, so I'm gonna throw that over. I hope everyone has an awesome night, and I will see you next time. Bye!